Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 9 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. Surrender and let go of the past. Whatever life takes away from you, let it go. When you surrender and let go of the past, you allow yourself to be fully alive in the moment. Letting go of the past means that you can enjoy the dream that is happening right here, right now. Yesterday's gone, tomorrow's not here. What are you doing right now, folks? Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials down 110, NASDAQ off 47, S&P's off 14, gold contract down $9.80, trading at $1,765 an ounce. Silver down 97 cents at $33.92 an ounce. Platinum down $5 at $1,689 an ounce. Copper flat at $3.71 a pound. Light sweet crude up $2.81 at $92.14 a barrel. Bonds flat at $148.04. King dollar finally got some strength. We got some wide price spread, little accelerated volume, up 48 ticks, trading out at 80.11. Euro down 90 ticks at 128.78, and the yen is flat at 78.25. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do we have? Okay. We're down $13. We did 490 million shares. So you get light volume in the S&Ps, well, in the Dow Industrials. We're at 1442. This is going to go for the swing point of 1430. We'll see how it comes into that swing point. Dow Industrials, what we did with the Dow is this same setup in the Dow. Dow Industrial pulls back $1.10, which is not a huge amount, but if Dow is going to go after this 13,363 level. Now, NASDAQ. Well, let me do the SPY first, because what you're going to see is that we have an expansion with volume all over the place. So the SPY came down a $1.44. We did 143 million shares. That's after making a high out here, 125 million shares, and making a high with 169. Your swing point has 146 million shares. So we're going to be going into that swing point, which is the 142.95 level. We'll see whether we get the juice to break it down. NASDAQ Composite today, Composite has the juice on the way down. We did 1.6 billion shares. We take out the swing point from the 26th, and you got an ABC structure on the way down. What you have is this, is that, let's see, the Composite, you go from 31.95 down to the 30.80, so you get $1.15, which gives you 306. You're gonna love it. So this just finished a 1-to-1 ABC structure on the way down, but guess what? It's not going to stop here, folks. Why am I saying that? Well, let's just go over to the NDX 100. We'll use the 3 Qs, and what you're going to see is that the 3 Qs blew away the swing point today, did it on monster volume. We took out the swing point of 67.85 with 54 million shares versus 32 million shares. And a couple different things here. The biggest one for the NASDAQ or the NDX 100 is this, is that when the NDX 100 got over the 67.63, that was the high that was generated in May. It had no juice, but bottom line went higher highs. You know, we know how that goes. You can go higher highs, period. Well, guess what? When you have a false break topside and you come back inside the range, get out of the way. And that's exactly what we have happening here. What's going on is that what you'll see now is that the Qs are going to go after the low. And that low right now is 60.04. And right now we're at 67.25. We take a look at the king of the NASDAQ as well as the NDX 100. And guess what? It's good old Apple. Apple came down today. What's amazing about Apple, folks, is this. Number one, it had an ABC structure down to 625, so it went to 623.55. And then guess what? It bounced, which you can depend, Apple would bounce. But if you look at this intraday, what it did when it bounced is just amazing. When these numbers start hitting, man, they hit. What it did is it did a Tiger Gartley on the way back up. And that's the Tiger Gartley sell. And sure enough, man, that hit that thing. It had taken out a B point with lighter volume, which the Gartleys like to do. Hits, goes to the 786, gives it up, and then guess what? You're going to be all the way back down to that low. They probably brought more people in here, but now what you have with Apple is that you have a low with high volume. That's the first part. Second part gets a lot more dangerous, and what that is that now you're getting back inside the 644 level, and we'll see how the characteristic goes with the volume. Let's see, we're 2 days into it. It looks like we're going to get about 125 million. And that's not bad. That's not huge volume on the way down, but it's not bad. Yeah, because we're only at 52 right now. We're at 52 right now. So bottom line, well, this is the key, though, to understand, is that once you're back inside the 644, well, guess what? The 525 is the next level downtown. Now, what do we have happening? Well, guess what? Good old King Dollar decided to wake up. Now, what King Dollar has done is this, folks. King Dollar had, on a continual basis, rejected lower price, had lighter volume, and that was from when it broke topside. Well, it finally got a little juice underneath it. And what it did is this. We had the wide price spread today. We got the expansion of volume. We did 24,000 contracts. And what it did is just hung right under a B point of, it looks to me like an ABC up. So what you have is this. We are at 80.11 right now. Now, 80.25 is the B point. It looks to me like it's going to wake up there tomorrow morning and blow that B point away. If that's, in fact, what happens, what you'll see, number one, is it'll go to $82 very quickly. But what that does open up, that opens up the scenario that all the way back to 85. Because if we get wide price spread tomorrow and you get the acceleration up, guess what? You know, all this was a small correction. And if I put this back on a continuous chart, what you're going to see is that it's a small correction and a move that wants to go much higher. Because if I take this from top to bottom, the type of pullback that we just had there was a 50% pullback. That 50% pullback, I'm bringing it back from May of last year to May of this year. That's what it's set up to be. Now, gold contract. Over gold, GCZ. Now, this is the first day, and this is what's going to be dangerous. And this is the correlation here kind of lines up with the dollar wanting to go up, gold wanting to pull back. And this is what it is. Gold, folks, has tried to break out for 19 days. Hasn't had the price, hasn't had the volume. Well, what did we do today? Today, you got back inside the 1775 area. And that 1775 area is crucial. That's good old Ben's day when you went topside. Bottom line, you got back inside there. We closed at 1765 in this contract. That sets up that, hey, the next rundown is going to be 1720. We'll see how gold handles that level on the way down. Now, one of the Tigers just gave me a heads up in the den, and I'll tell you, folks, this is crazy. Okay, so today's October 9th. Well, October 9th, folks, in 2002 was the low of the market. October 9th in 2007 was the high of the market. Of course, today we have October 9th. What is absolutely insane to me is that the New York Stock Exchange, this one of the Tigers just told me this in the den, the New York Stock Exchange let the same guy that rang the bell October 9th of 2007 ring the bell today. Folks, they're out of their mind. They're just asking for it. That is like that's arrogance, and that's asking for trouble. You ask for trouble, guess what? You'll get trouble. Let's go to Kevin in Erie, Colorado. Hey, Kevin, what's going on?
Oh, hey, good afternoon. I was hoping maybe you could help me with a stock that we own.
Okay.
It's SWY Safeway. It's the grocery chain.
Okay, so let's take a look at it. We get Safeway. It's the grocery chain. The low is 14. The high is 23. The PE is 8. They pay a 4.3% dividend. Okay, so let me bring this back. So,
hey, Tom, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
All right, Goldman Sachs said yesterday, because I got an alert, that there was a potential for a short squeeze because they have an earnings report coming on Thursday.
Okay.
And I wasn't really sure if that meant folks were going to buy the stocks so they wouldn't lose as much money if they're going to sell their stock. Which end of that?
Okay, you just stay there. We'll answer that question. Just stay right there. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. You stay right there, folks. We're coming right back.